Have you ever noticed this? Your favorite crystal suddenly cracks, chips, or even breaks. And you instantly feel, something is wrong. But what if I tell you? This is not bad luck. This is not damage. This could be a message. A powerful one. And today, I will tell you the real reason. Why your crystal breaks, and what it truly means for your life. Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to the channel. If you are someone who believes in energy, healing, manifestation, or the power of the universe, then this video is extremely important for you. Because crystals do not just break randomly. Everything in the universe follows energy laws. And when something happens again and again, there is always a deeper reason behind it. So stay with me till the end. Because what you will hear today may change the way you see your crystals forever. You know, many celebrities quietly use crystals. Actors, singers, athletes, they carry them for protection, confidence, and emotional balance. Famous names like Adele, Victoria Beckham, and even spiritual leaders have spoken about energy tools. But here is something they rarely talk about publicly. Sometimes their crystals break too. And their healers don't panic. They say, it has done its job. Yes, done its job. Let that sink in. First, let's clear one myth. Crystals are not just pretty stones. They are structured energy systems. Every crystal has a specific vibration. And your body, your mind, your emotions, also have vibrations. When you wear or use a crystal, its energy starts interacting with your personal energy field. Now imagine this. You are going through stress, trauma, heartbreak, fear, or big life changes. Your energy becomes heavy. Your crystal starts absorbing and balancing that energy. Just like a sponge absorbs water. But every sponge has a limit. When the crystal reaches energetic overload, sometimes it cracks. Sometimes it breaks. Not because it is weak, but because it protected you. In energy healing, this is called energy discharge. The crystal releases stored energy by physically breaking. It is like a pressure valve. It releases before the pressure harms you. Second reason. Your vibration has shifted. When you grow emotionally, when you heal old wounds, when you move to a higher mindset, sometimes the crystal frequency no longer matches you. And when frequencies don't align, the bond breaks. Literally. This is very common when people start manifesting consciously. When they leave toxic relationships. When they step into confidence. When they choose themselves. The old energy tools are no longer needed. Third reason. Spiritual protection. Many traditions believe crystals can act as shields. They block negative intentions, jealousy, and harmful energy. When a crystal breaks suddenly, especially without falling or hitting something, healers believe it took an energetic hit meant for you. Think about that for a moment. What if the energy that could disturb your peace, your health, your success, was stopped by that crystal? Let me tell you a short story. One of my clients wore a black tourmaline pendant every day. She was going through office politics, stress, and constant anxiety. One morning, while sitting normally, her pendant cracked in 2 pieces. No fall. No pressure. Just crack. At first, she felt scared. But within 1 week, the toxic colleague who was creating problems left the company. Her workload reduced. Her sleep improved. Her anxiety dropped. Coincidence? Maybe. But energy workers see this pattern again and again. Another example. A woman kept rose quartz under her pillow during heartbreak. One night, she woke up and found it broken. Within days, she finally emotionally detached from her past relationship. The crying stopped. The heaviness lifted. And she started feeling peace. Sometimes the crystal leaves. When the lesson is complete. Not every broken crystal is spiritual. Sometimes it is just physical damage. If it falls, if it is stepped on, that is normal. But when a crystal breaks mysteriously, suddenly, during emotional or energetic shifts in your life, that is when people start paying attention. Now here comes the most important part. What should you do when your crystal breaks? First, do not feel scared. Do not feel unlucky. Instead, feel grateful. Thank the crystal for its service. Yes, literally say thank you. Because intention matters. Second, never throw it in anger. You can return it to nature. Bury it in soil. Put it near plants. Let the earth recycle that energy. Third, reflect on your life. Ask yourself, what just changed in my life? What emotional shift am I experiencing? What lesson did I just learn? Because most of the time, your crystal breaks exactly when your inner world changes. And finally, this could be a sign that you are ready for the next level of healing. But here is something nobody talks about. What if the crystal didn't just break because it absorbed energy? What if it broke because it was trying to wake you up? Yes. Some people don't listen to subtle signs. So the universe uses physical signals. And in the next part, I will tell you the deeper spiritual meanings, hidden warnings, and how different crystals breaking can have different messages. So tell me in the comments, has any of your crystal ever broken suddenly? What was happening in your life at that time? Your story might help someone else heal too. And if you want to understand energy more deeply, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who loves crystals like you. Because the universe always speaks. The question is, are we listening? Now let's go deeper. Because not all crystal breakages mean the same thing. Different crystals work on different energy centers. So when a crystal breaks, the message is often connected to the area of life it was healing. For example, if your rose quartz breaks, this is connected to the heart. Love, emotional wounds, self-worth, forgiveness. It often breaks when you finally release someone emotionally, or when you stop blaming yourself for the past. It can also mean you are ready to receive healthier love. Not chasing, not begging, but attracting. If amethyst breaks, this connects to your mind and intuition. Amethyst works on overthinking, addictions, anxiety, and spiritual clarity. When it breaks, many healers say, a mental cycle has ended. A fear pattern has cracked. You may soon feel calmer, clearer, more guided. If black tourmaline or obsidian breaks, this is linked to protection. These stones are energy shields. They absorb negativity, jealousy, psychic stress, emotional attacks. When they break, it is often seen as they intercepted something heavy, especially if you were surrounded by toxic people or going through stressful environments. If citrine breaks, this connects to confidence, money, and personal power. Sometimes it breaks when your belief about your own worth is changing. You stop accepting less. You start expecting more. Your income mindset shifts. Your self-image upgrades. Now here is something very interesting. Many times, crystals don't break immediately. They wait. They hold. They support. And they break exactly when you reach an emotional turning point. This is why some people say, my crystal broke on the day I finally decided to leave. My crystal broke when I stopped crying. My crystal broke when I chose myself. Energy always moves before physical reality changes. So the crystal often reacts first. Another important reason crystals break is intentional energy work. If you use crystals during manifestation, affirmations, healing sessions, or sleep with them under your pillow, they receive much stronger energy exposure. They work harder. And just like muscles get tired after intense work, crystals can energetically overload too. Now let's talk about something slightly uncomfortable, but very real. Sometimes crystals break because they are not meant to stay with you. Yes, not every tool is meant for every phase of your life. Some crystals come as temporary helpers. They guide you through one chapter, and then they exit when that chapter closes. Trying to hold onto old energy tools can sometimes block new growth. So the universe removes them for you. Another powerful perspective. Your belief system matters. If you constantly fear negative energy, evil eye, curses, your crystal may carry more emotional weight than necessary. Not because negativity is always real, but because your subconscious keeps projecting stress into the object. That constant emotional projection can affect how you perceive the breakage. This is why emotional state and belief play a big role. Now let's talk science for a moment. Because spirituality and science are not enemies. Crystals are formed under intense pressure and temperature. They store lattice energy. They are sensitive to heat, cold, moisture, and stress. So physical conditions can also cause cracks. But what makes people question things is timing. When the break happens exactly during emotional shifts, life decisions, or spiritual practices, that is when humans look for meaning. And meaning is how the mind integrates experiences. Whether you see it as energy, psychology, or symbolism, the impact on your awareness is real. Now here is something most people never consider. What if the crystal breaking is not the end, but an activation? Many spiritual teachers believe that broken crystals can still be used for grounding, meditation, or soil healing. Their form changes, but their energy does not disappear. It transforms. Some even say broken crystals release their stored programming, like a final gift. And that energy blends into your environment. So instead of seeing breakage as loss, it can be seen as completion. But here is where things become very deep. What if your crystal breaks repeatedly? If you notice multiple crystals breaking around the same time, this may indicate intense inner transformation, major identity shifts, deep subconscious clearing, life path redirection. Many people experience this during spiritual awakening phases. When old beliefs collapse, when priorities change, when ego patterns dissolve. It can feel confusing. It can feel emotional. But it usually leads to clarity. However, there is also a warning sign. If crystals keep breaking around you and you feel constantly drained, emotionally unstable, or stuck in repeated toxic cycles, this may mean you are ignoring inner work and expecting tools to fix everything. Crystals support healing, but they cannot replace self-awareness, boundaries, and action. They amplify intention. They do not replace responsibility. So when a crystal breaks, it may also be asking you to look inside, not just outside for support. Now here comes the most mysterious part. Some traditions believe that crystals break when you are about to receive important information, realizations, or life redirection. Like a signal that says, pay attention. Something is shifting. But how do you know whether your crystal broke due to protection, completion, vibration shift, or warning? This is where intuition comes in. Your emotional reaction is the clue. Did you feel relief? Did you feel calm? Did you feel emotional release? Or did you feel anxious, confused, unsettled? Your body already knows, before your mind explains it. And in the next part, I will tell you exactly how to read these emotional signals, what not to do after a crystal breaks, how to choose your next crystal, and the biggest mistakes people make that block energy flow. Because what you do after the break decides whether your next phase becomes lighter or heavier.